History. Kick the Buddy game starts in 2005 when the Flash game Interactive Buddy was released, which had a prototype of Buddy, though he didn't have eyes or a mouth, and he was also blue. It didn't have a lot of weapons, and this Flash game didn't have money to buy weapons like in the modern games of the Kick the Buddy franchise. In 2010, AppZap was inspired by this game and wanted to release a game similar to Interactive Buddy, though it would be a separate application, and Buddy will be a rag doll made of socks, and he must have eyes and a mouth, and there will be money with which to buy weapons and more weapons. Initially, the release of the first game in the Kick the Buddy franchise should take place in 2010, but AppZap for some reason postponed the date to January 2011. I talked about this in the video section Creepypasta, where I also talked about the lost alpha of the first game in the franchise Kick the Buddy 1.001.6. The video will be in the cards. On January 13, 2011, the HD version of the first game in the Kick the Buddy franchise was released for the iPad, and on January 17, 2011, the original version of the first game in the franchise, Kick the Buddy. It had few weapons with which to kill Buddy. There was no gold. There were only bucks. There were no clothes for Buddy. There was no slot machine with which to get T-Rex, and much more. As well as the decors were 5, and Buddy in the first game of the Kick the Buddy franchise did not have a voice. Instead, the words Buddy were written in the text, and Buddy in the first game of the Kick the Buddy franchise spoke bad words. Also, Buddy did not have roars that hold arms and legs. Later, a free-to-play version of the first game in the Kick the Buddy franchise was released, and after the release of the first game in the Kick the Buddy franchise, Krustolly was founded, which, together with AppZap, developed the first game in the Kick the Buddy franchise. On November 15, 2011, a special serial-type game in the Kick the Buddy franchise called Kick the Buddy Episodes was released. In this game in the Kick the Buddy franchise there are many episodes. Each of them is dedicated to one topic. The first episode of Kick the Buddy Episodes is dedicated to Christmas, and it is called Santa Stops Here, where Buddy was in a Santa costume and was on the roof of a house with a fireplace, a chimney on Christmas Day, and weapons. In the first episode of Kick the Buddy Episodes, Santa Stops Here were dedicated to Christmas. Until 2012. AppZap ceased to exist, and Krustolly began to develop the games of the Kick the Buddy franchise on April 19, 2012. The first game of the Kick the Buddy franchise was removed from the App Store due to the fact that Krustolly, in order to make Kick the Buddy more popular, it was removed and replaced with Kick the Buddy Second Kick, where Buddy had the voice and bad words that Buddy said in the first game of the Kick the Buddy franchise. Buddy has been removed, and a wardrobe has also appeared, where Buddy can be changed into other clothes. New weapons and new weapon tabs have also been added. New decors have also appeared, such as the office, the Twilight Forest, the Hall of the Patriots, as well as the roof of the house on Christmas Day, which was in the first episode of Kick the Buddy Episodes Santa Stops Here. There is also a slot machine where you can win T-Rex and more, as well as gold. On June 17, 2012, Kick the Buddy Independence Day was released, commemorating U.S. Independence Day, and Buddy in this game of the Kick the Buddy franchise was in the Hall of Patriots and weapons. In this game of the Kick the Buddy franchise were dedicated to U.S. Independence Day, and Buddy's clothes were also dedicated to U.S. Independence Day. And this game in the Kick the Buddy franchise was a free version, and items were ported to the game itself. On August 2, 2012, Kick the Buddy Like a Boss was released, which was also a free version. In this game in the Kick the Buddy franchise, Buddy was wearing a boss suit and was in the Office of Weapons. In this game of the Kick the Buddy franchise were office stuff. October 10, 2012, Kick the Buddy Trick or Kick was released, dedicated to Halloween, where Buddy was in the Twilight Forest. The best traditions of Halloween, Also in this game of the Kick the Buddy franchise, the weapons were dedicated to Halloween and the clothes for Buddy were also dedicated to Halloween. On April 14, 2013, Kick the Buddy No Mercy was released. Buddy in this game of the Kick the Buddy franchise has been improved. He has roars that hold his arms and legs. Also in this game of the Kick the Buddy franchise, Buddy has new words. Also in this game of the Kick the Buddy franchise, new decors have been added. These are a sewer, a room with a switch, a torn box and others. Also added new weapons such as zombies, ketchup and others as well. Bio weapons tab has been added as well in this game the Kick the Buddy franchise. Added effects such as a wasp attack that will sting Buddy's head and cause her to swell. Adrenaline, with which Buddy instantly comes to life and is levied to fight back, and others after the release of Kick the Buddy No Mercy and other games in the franchise. Kick the Buddy by Krustalli, Kick the Buddy Second Kick, Kick the Buddy Independence Day, Kick the Buddy Like a Boss and Kick the Buddy Trick or Kick. Updates have been released in which Buddy developed roars that hold his arms and legs. On July 26, 2013 released the latest update Kick the Buddy Like a Boss version 1.6. Also on this day the latest update Kick the Buddy Trick or Kick version 1.4 was released. On August 30, 2013. The latest update Kick the Buddy No Mercy version 1.4 was released. June 2014. Krustalli created their second account called Crazy Lion Studios Games, which they created due to the fact that Krustalli was not going extremely bankrupt and therefore they created a second Crazy Lion Studios Games account in bankruptcy cases.